Up into the sky. Proper taking the 1v1 versus Diana. Oh, the stick is nasty. Skew definitely didn't see that one coming. Both cages are going to get popped too. I mean, this round was anything but close here. Zeta Division honestly demolishing T1.
No sound barrier, no choice but to walk into
Bliss is already dead.
Override.
Donghak is going to be able to get the touch though, but there's no sound barrier. And there's just no hope. Banar's already taken his 2. What an absolute fumble here from T1. And hopefully lock someone down. Looks like Zest is going to separate the team fight, finding a solo kill onto Violet, swinging straight off the knife too. Try and go this one really early, so Zeta Division forced to fight a 5v4. The Terror Surge though from Banar. Yeah, they got it. No, all good. It was Donghak that got a touch at the end, but now he's separated from the rest of the team. There's still a spree from Proud, and of course Zest. Oh! Player down, Proud pretty low, has to dash back, playing in his own little disruptor shot there to avoid some damage, but it's all on Knife. That spree to separate the rest of T1.
You can't Sanctuary to shut it down.
Bliss gets bubbled to get on the point to trigger OT. Still gonna back! Not again! Donghak's got the Graviton Surge as Zest finally making his mark yet again. The grab hits 2. The Blade will do the rest. T1 again, find a semblance of control. Getting 2 though, 3v4 on the point, but Proper just continues to be a menace. And now it's just gonna go for the kill onto Skewed. Proper is solo carrying this fight. Zest, you gotta run.
To touch.
But for real this time. You actually have to touch for real, T1. Bliss so low, double bubble on the Lucio, but they don't get there again. God, it shouldn't be too much of an issue though. That spree's gonna separate the team. Good shut down onto Zest from Proper. As he gets another one, spots Bliss out. Well, the nade on Donghak's going to be good. Nano on to Brick. Now Violet can get in there. Straight up bash, straight behind Bliss. Cocks him on the head. He'll be feeling that one in a few days. Zeta Division walking over T1. That bot barely moving. Barrage available from Proper still. Donghak's got the annihilation, and this barrage from Proper just might be what they need. Proper's already killed Bliss, and Nano boost onto Knife as well. An absolute immortal beast in the front line. Proud's going to get his 2 sure, but the bot is going to move away from that checkpoint. And T1 shoved away. Zeta Division do it in 3.
Trying to just delay the push in from Weibo. You gotta respect this wheels mode. TVNT. Take a breather, not enough to keep him alive. Quartz trying to dance on top of the pillar. And he's going to have to get the heck on out. Lee got picked off. I think Lee was trying to chase that elimination, but shy.
Making it very difficult for the Reinhardt in the sim to really engage with anything. Oh, a lot of changes there. Yeah, that's the fur that kind of knocks him off the simple. The Hog, though, able to hook the cat, interrupt the cat now.
Clever indeed. Simple able to find a pick on market. That is huge. Goose way down. They zoom in. They only play to keep the toe on the point. Now Quartz and Yubi are both down. Here come Weibo from the position where it looked like they would have lost this round. Twisted Mind to cut down to 3. Catnap for Funny Astro. Lee being dragged away, but the lip of the wall is going to save him, and Gushue gets his 2. Weibo Gaming plant their feet early. From Marker, that's going to amp the healing. Accretion misses, only a little bit of damage on Shy, but the follow-up from the Hyper Spheres was good, and Gushue feels like he can't advance. He's too low, too early, too far from being able to flip this point back, and Twisted Minds have settled in quite comfortably here.
We'll see where Yubi decides to take the team here. TP directly onto the point. Simple dropped right away.
Oh, dangerous zone for Yubi. That charge is something you don't want to deal with. Catnap as well on Yubi. They're going to drag him out into the sun.
Suzu's out.
Suzu's straight away, Simple a little bit low. TVT dies to the barrage. Clearly didn't have a kinetic grasp to mitigate that damage whatsoever. Simple now down, and all of Twisted Minds forced to cower inside the side room. There could not be a worse time to have to face Lee at his best. Punished though by a blizzard, and Marcus able to keep their tank standing. Quartzo is making mincemeat of them on this low ground as Lee is not able to give him cause for concern. Quartz here is just dishing out his own brand of authority.
About though is allowing Quartz to maybe kind of farm this OC.
Big spree. Funny Astro couldn't quite slip away. This is deadly stuff here from Lee. The annihilation, but Sunzo's already quite low. Somebody heal that guy. Yubi's taken down. Lee finds finally a connection with the motorbike. Shy trying to dodge on that high ground, and Sunzo clouts Quartz. A mean left hook here from the Ramatra. And now TVNT is beleaguered, beset on all sides by opponents, and forced off the cards. Quartz though, an overclock would be astonishingly important. Simple's taking matters into his own hands, trying to go for that captive son, trying to catch Lee Soo-min, and he's found him. Fancy the mobility more than the burst damage, I feel, and fighting back our Twisted Minds. Leaf here, trying to play at long range, playing back with a Bastion, but Quartz slots 2 quick kills. You're gonna have
all of these ultimates.
And there's some stall potential here out of this. Oh, dangerous. Simple has to outburst away. The touch is going to be there, surely. No! Take it down from orbit. Moved off the map before he had a chance to contest. That's not what you want to see at all. Here's that orbital ray. Will it be enough at this point, though? As Shy's found a bizarre Bastion flanking angle, and Sunzo has the annihilation. Oh, boy. It's ugly for Twisted Minds. TVNT is going to be brought down. Slows things up, spreads them out. Yubi a little bit low. That third one comes in, and the Vortex also going to waylay them further. They're close. Funny Astro and Simple are the first to go down, and the writing is well and truly on the wall. Weibo Gaming says our story's far from done. 150 charge, railguns from Quartz. Annihilation out of nowhere. Sunzo says, I think I might just win now. How about that? Nice little burst of pace there from Weibo Gaming. For Lee Soo-min, but he's got to be careful. Quartz will line him up pretty quickly. Bam! There goes Sunzo. Beautiful headshot, and now Lee has to try and salvage the fight. Finds nothing, though, off that spree, and he is very exposed after the fact. Yubi will dispatch him, and Twisted Minds get 3 minutes and 8 seconds.
Weibo just trying to find anything that'll work. Here comes the rush.
Interesting Mabel there from Lee, trying to deny poke opportunities as Weibo get out onto the point and fight. Marker though, very, very low. Has the duck back in the spawn, but Sunzo has an annihilation in play. It's going to be Lee getting picked off first. Sunzo couldn't hold up in the heat. Something else. Okay, we got past the train crossings, but straight to a Gravitic Flux. Fine pan into the fire type thing. Lee's able to find a double kill with the pulse.
It's a huge flux. The sound barrier connects, but they just get right inside.
The Gravitic Flux, man. I don't think you can use it proactively here. It's too risky. Here's the bowler into the backline. Simple now going to go for the Kitsune Rush, and there it is. Disruption reigns supreme. Lisa and Sunzo are already off the map, and I don't know where Marker thinks he's going to go.
Quartz obviously contributing heavily in that. Lee Soo-min will get a touch, but pays the ultimate price as Sunzo gets back up to the high ground.
And that's
Nobody
all she
will make it.
It's something that is respected by the Chinese squad. They're going to fall away from it. This Deadeye, though, is this so avoidable? Not. Oh, my goodness! What a response! Lee Soo-min has the only answer that gets him out of that situation alive, and the rest is a landslide. It's always a priority for these DPS on the Weibo side, and there's Yubi just fighting into the wall, given nowhere to go. The response was a Terror Surge there from a TVNT, but Weibo struck it off quite happily. Looks like Isuzu was saved for just that moment. Oh, Quartz finds some success on lead, but it's going to be released from the cat napping now as all of Twisted Minds fight through as a death ball. Disrupts. So like the stomp from Gushue, Lee diving in. There's all these things you can just ignore because of Fortify. Deadeye catches on to Lee Soo-min before the turret shots come in. Shy finds his second of the fight, but it's still Weibo Gaming fighting from behind, and Shy does not have the health pool to hang.
Funny Astro. Well, let's take a look here. It's going to be the Terror Surge in combination with a Deadeye. Lee Soo-min actually was in there with a catnap. Gets kind of sucked into the middle of the diva. I was talking about how that's what they went to in this type of comp early on. Shy, I mean, what is this? It's a little casual 5K here from Shy. Yeah. Cleans up.
40% though for Weibo Gaming. And yeah, I think they're happy with the matchup. You're right. Quartz here down to the rocket barrage. He's Lee looking for more. Desperation now as he saw Simple try and slip away, and it wasn't to be. Weibo Gaming. H-fight, who's caught in that? Yugi looks like he's in a dangerous spot. The Catnap going to come down, and the Bastion ult here for Twisted Minds. Off the map goes Yugi, dragged down to his deep demise. Lee Soo-min gets his hands dirty. Simple's picked up, but Funny Astro's got a Catnap of his own, and it looks like a TVNT remake is on the cards. He's back. Gushue taken out of the action, and Shy falling means that Weibo Gaming are going to fall flat in this last fight.
I mean, a big slam or a punch from the Doom, like the regen burst there off the bat is going to be pretty strong against it. Immortality field there used.
Gushue gets a bit of a meow there, bit of a heal boost, and he dives on in. Very successful foray into enemy territory here for Weibo Gaming.
They do get Gushue.
What can you get out of Twisted Minds now in order to get them stabilized? Can you make this expensive if you're Weibo Gaming? 15 meters a lead, that is massive.
About halfway through this game now. There's a lead you see here. Oh, nice pulse bomb. Simple. Doesn't have the fade there to kind of
They'd have to be simply perfect from here on out. And Twisted Minds are not going to give you a free lunch. Yubi though, mulched up, turned into an easy snack. Leave able to find Quartz in the end. And that's the start. That's the first step for Weibo. On their last legs. It's a 60-meter deficit. Quartz sitting comfortably behind the wall, looking to get a Deadeye, but they're not ready for it! He brings the house down! Quartz with 2 off the Deadeye, and Muck is being hunted just for sport! The result doesn't even matter! These minds twist!
So much more difficult to put into positions once you have to play the retake, as we get to see how exactly that one-sided rush benefited Shy on the Bastion. So much high damage output.
Trying to go for a surprise tactic here, but looks like Proud's got different ideas. They end up swinging into the choke point, but Proud does end up going down. Shy shooting with the back that whole time. Hitting that crit spot. Oh, a big stun though from Bliss again. Hits Gushway and Leave in the front line. They still end up coming out with kills though. With OT in session, however, T1 have still got the cats on the point trying to defend. Lee Soo-min chased away. Bliss healed up all the way to full. They're going in for the 1v1. Oh, Bliss ends up winning it. Donghag still in the back line though somehow. Don't know how Bro's still alive. I'm going to be honest here. Someone needs to take care of him. Nice spear into the wall. Proud ends up sliding away with the golden Gushway. Ends up taking him out regardless. Here's the cage too. This fight has gone on for way too long here. When was the last time we saw a fight here last this long? Both rushes used on top of each other as well. Donghag is still alive. Kill this man. Takes a tickle in the damage as T1 go for the spawn door touch. A slide out from Shy to try and get into the fight once again, but there's nowhere nearby for Weibo Gaming. Right now, he's going to try and force their stop that high ground. Here comes the stomp from Donghag. Leave now in trouble. Just gets a cat scratch there. You've got to be careful. Bliss appearing out of nowhere most of the time and just scratching your face off you if you're out of position. Nice double from Donghag. It's going to keep him competitive here. Only 2 ticks for Weibo Gaming. It should be fairly trivial for Donghag to get to the point. Yeah, just an overrun in. There's the cage. Sunzo in trouble. Catnap's going to come in too from Bliss to try and get a stun. As Suzu to save Sunzu's life as well. All defensive CDs have already been used as Shy throws in the bowler to sustain some of the damage in this front line against Donghag. But Donghag is just full HP, running and gunning, mark it down, and that's going to be a nice clip from Zest by Skewed. A bowler on top as well. It's just the cherry on top of this cake. 5 seconds to go. Is this defense from T1 on second? A rare second hold, Moxie. As Weibo Gaming struggling to end up dashing away. And yet still, Marker ends up going down as Leave gets a bowler straight to his head. Nice little shot and connection from Proud there. As they finally open this up. Again, I can't believe I'm saying this, but despite them having such an old disadvantage here, T1 almost winning the neutral. He's in the back. Leave's going to try and find an off angle. Oh, the one tap onto the back line. No more ults, no problem. T1 have lost their supports. Good tracking from Leave too. Pops on the bike, that's a 4K. Sunzo's trapped in the cage, still manages to hit the flux though. Is it going to be enough damage to actually see them through this fight? It's already hit that grasp, and Leave once again comes up with a kill onto Proud. He's on the high ground behind them currently, but the rest of the team is split. A teleport forward there from Zest as he isolates the kill onto Sunzo. The 1v1 with Zest, but it ain't going to happen. A nice little boop away on the Reaper. A Wraithorn to get another touch. Leave is back here too, but
Bleeding players out as well. Gushway does pick up both of the backline from T1 though. But Zest still alive, still taking Weibo players down.
look how quick this fight was. Shy. It's like, oh, you got a pseudo Death Blossom? You got 3 of those? Ah, no problem. Pick you. Proud's going to go in. He's going to try and chase the Lucia. Lee Soo-min does end up hitting the beat. Look at the Bliss to do the same thing here. A better beat here for Bliss. The cage gets deployed. The Death Blossom from Shy shut down by Proud. Zest still surviving. 6 HP on the Vendetta, but still stands tall. Vendetta for lead now. Wants to try and match Zest. Sundering Blade in his back pocket. Now to the point he goes. Proud already taken down Shy. The Sundering Blade looking straight towards Gooshway. Trying to find a target. A decent bit of damage there. Onto the Goosh. But now Donghag's got the cage. OT ticking down. And Weibo don't get another touch. T1 overcome their demons and find themselves a podium finish.
Quartz's line of sight. Here's the override protocol from extreme range, and it's a pretty comfortable Symmetra wall to answer this. Wow, TVNT heads up from him. Sees the knife is going to be an easy target, and he runs him into the ground. Oh, the railguns! Perfection from Quartz. The midfield as his backline's being pressured. Violet over the top with a catnap. TVNT dragged out of the way, making it harder for him to peel for his own teammates. But now TVNT's got another plan. Upstairs, he notices Knife glinting in the darkness and he wants to go for him. But Benar has struck at the core of Twisted Minds before TVNT can do the same. Here just playing that middle ground, eventually brought down by Huey. Think about the damage here. Well, Twisted Minds are going to fall back on this. They still need to find a cap, but that should be a matter of course now that they've got Benar properly desuited.
Again.
Yeah, same look. There's also an early Suzu. Oh my god, this is about as bunker as it gets now with the orbital ray being thrown in, and it still doesn't matter because Proper has the damage in spades. Quartz and Funny Astro are run off the map. Twisted Minds away back into the round, perhaps. A lot of pressure on Shu. No supports remaining here for Zeta Division. This is a good look for Twisted Minds. And it comes at a moment too soon, but as Benar found himself a couple. Sort of Benar, they're running at them, but I think the window might have closed here for Zeta Division. No, Knife still able to find Yubi. But have there been enough more than they can chew? Nice javelin's been there for Benar as the pressure comes down on him. TVNT eventually crumbles.
Bomb gets eaten there. On with Quartz when he had the benefits of the sound barrier, just pushes on through, clicking heads, just doing what Quartz does. But something you may have noticed during that as well is
and over 90 seconds still remain in the round for Twisted Minds to get this done. Benar's going to be healthy. Hale and Hardy hit at the card, but eventually drops low. Cardiac overdrive used. Suzu used. There's nothing left to keep him standing. Sundering Blade from a little off angle there. No real connection. It's Benar falling. TVNT though down with a Venture in play. They are going to dig up some dirt here on Twisted Minds. Finally finds Yubi, and somehow this defensive Zeta Division has found the winner to thrive. This is the answer we thought we might see to the Symmetra. Benar cage fight, look at how quickly it burns down though. The damage is just insane. Quartz finds Violet with a railgun headshot, and Proper might have got his in the fight, but just one won't cut it. Venture's still looking for an off angle. See Proper there at the top of your screen now on their left-hand side is going in. Both Sojourns have found picks, and they've both been other DPS. Knife though had to trade out his life for his opponents. Quartz just stands inside this grab. He's got nowhere else to be, and Shu eventually is going to excise him with a kunai. Proper's tectonic shock will be saved, ideally. No bubble to give him right now, so he does fall. That's a pretty important pick in terms of tempo. And Benar now looks to join him in a symphony in the front lines. Graviton Surge available, lets it go audaciously at the Diva. The TVNT doesn't have the Matrix to stop it. This eye has just been hitting kind of different, man. I'm going to be honest with you. Yubi, again, taken down. Benar somehow finds a way through that Ramatra shield, and now it's happy to face him down. Proper though picked off yet again. That's been the story of these last couple of fights, but it hasn't really been enough for Twisted Minds. Quartz has done well, but it's always trading his life for Proper, and it takes more than that. This team is far more than just Proper. Zeta have presence on the card though. It's Benar close to annihilation. He's found it. He can match TVNTs, but Violet has already gone down. Respect for the Ramatras here, but Twisted Minds have the sound barrier to disregard the maelstrom of damage. Strike on the Violet. Twisted Minds are slightly behind after Zeta Division got back into the game, and Knife is now looking to exacerbate this further. Shatter, but not before Simple had a hole bored through his body. It's going to give Quartz a pretty insane advantage over Knife in that hit scan fight. Manabus on the Benar, trying to dive past the wall. First target immortality kill. Yubi trying to dance and gets slapped by Benar. This is a good look now for Zeta Division. As the Lucio gets scooped up, but that was a self-destruct, but that was a little audacious. He gets picked off while he's out of mech.
Self-destruct here. It's going to be huge. Violet goes deep there.
Does a spree in play, though. Funny Astro just caught out by the hindrance. Doesn't seem to bother Proper as he torpedo dives straight through them. Here comes Zeta Division.
What a way to start this series. We have a 2-1 lead in the first of 4 for Zeta Division, and it all started with TM on the right pace. Johnny,
highlight plays there, but TVNT is the only reason they have the ability to come back and fight this.
Bye. Fully aware of how Twisted Minds are playing. There's environmental kill potential here, of course, with a catnap, and it connects. Who we got? Got the Sim, dropped over the drink, and there goes Yubi. Pretty telegraphed here and surrounded now by Twisted Minds players. Proper delivers the double.
From Proper, let's take a look at this. He's working with Benar
on the TP as well.
On the TP.
An airdrop Bionade. Oh, could be good, but it was mitigated. Here's Violet now. Catnap. Quartz. Oh, what a save! Fighting away with the Peacekeeper, sees Benar slide on past the nose. He might have a window here to just get the Doomfist done. He does get stunned up briefly, but it's really not damage that he's riding home about. Violet comes in and takes the trade, but no, the rest of the hard work has been done here for Twisted Minds. They took a back seat for much of this flashpoint, but patience pays dividends. They're here to chase the bag. Collapse. That's so good. Just can't be doing that on a stage like this. Get me off Tracer, guys. Get me off.
Thousands of times as we take a look at Knife here on the Bastion, just clean up crew.
Knife with an overclock to the high ground, and TVNT doesn't have the cooldowns to get to him. Oh, pulls up short on the Mega Health Pack, and there's the mech dealt with. Good damage from up on high, and Quartz will be smashed by an overclock.
Ignore him, and just hopefully just kind of get rid of Bernard. Shu able to kind of keep himself alive there.
They're going for an override protocol over the top. Violet as well, trying to hold them still. It doesn't work at all. Again, he's punished. This self-destruct is a problem. Knife was dead anyway.
Looks like we're gonna get proper, just kind of airdropping in a pulse bomb when we get back into game, but
the answer is yes. Benares has a self-destruct to guarantee that it can go once more, and there's Funny Astro. I mean, it would have been Benar or Knife either way, but they find that Lucio elimination. It puts them deep, though. It puts them within striking distance of someone like Quartz. But yeah, tensions are high.
for exactly where these players are going.
Big pulse in the works. I can't feel it. Oh, way past Funny Astro. Pin the bomb into Lucio. The grab here for both sides could be massive. Benar and TVNT both with the keys to the city, but it's going to be Benar that strikes first. Possible on TVNT, and it's not enough to save him. Zeta Division, strike first and strike hardest. And now Proper needs to clean up. It's simple down. Violet and Benar did fall, but you got the goat on Tracer. Forget about it.
Take a look here from Shu's POV. Bio grenade there, pretty huge as soon as the pressure comes in. Here I go. And then,
that is so hard to do. Staying pretty healthy. Violet might need to heal Benar. No, says, you know what? The best defense is a good old offense. I'm going to fire these poor blasters.
Knock back onto the map.
That's just... Time is getting a little short, folks. And Yubi trying to get through. We get hit with the binding grenade. Shu just waits for him to come. That was a pretty important pick up to get the Yana, and she will be a little slow to get back into the fray.
Available. TVNT finally actually gets into the back line, deals with Knife. He may end up losing his mech, but's got self-destruct.
No chance of contesting this. Wait a minute. Malga. Okay, guys.
Fight win there for Twisted Minds. Catnap here comes on in.
Oh no.
TVNT.
Thrown at the card, but it is still hurtling towards those doors. Zeta Division have to have a plan, and it involves Shu shooting Quartz in the face. Apparently, Knife is nice and safe here, as TVNT won't be given a chance to rematch, because if the Shu fits, it's going to get stuck when the sun don't shine. That is disgusting! 3 for Shu, uncontested.
He's the only one playing really any Ana in this tournament. Shots there on the courts. TVNT gets in the mix. Bio grenade nasty, just a little jump shot.
5 seconds left to play. TVNT desperately running, rolling, trying to touch. It's not to be!
The victory for Twisted Minds. His Quartz just dominating the game. It'll be the catnap here. It's going to get Yubi all the way to the spawn.
How's he alive still? Okay.
Now we just drop Benar into the back line.
Yep, this is going to be too quick as well. Nemesis farm from Benar, nobody ready. Cat amongst the pigeons now as all of Twisted Minds scatter. But Benar a little bit isolated here on account of being deep in enemy territory. Still healthy enough though, and still found simple. Twisted Minds feel their grip on point A. But this is all time that Zeta Division can use to set up, to progress. 3 minutes 20 is their time bank. Simple stretching himself thin to try and keep Quartz alive on that off angle. Now Kitsune Rush comes on down. A 1-for-1. Benar another annihilation, but needs healing. Needs it badly. Tries to hide out of line of sight, but eventually brought down as Twisted Minds weather the storm. Catnap here for Violet. He's got his eyes on only one target. Catches out Quartz. Tries to drag him down to the depths. Quartz though to slide back up. He won't be down so easily. He's able to find Knife on the return, but it's not going to be enough. Zeta Division break through Twisted Minds yet again with 2 minutes 20 to go. Victory is within their grasp. Minute 15 on the clock. Corsi very mindful about Proper turning up at a moment's notice, and that could be it. The opener from Knife, and he twists it in the back of these Minds. Now Simple, just flat, nowhere to go at all. Twisted Minds in desperation know they've got to pull TVNT out of there, but if he dies here, it's all over. He's got to get back to the card. He's got to go for a self-destruct, and he needs to get his mech back, but it's not to be. Benar finds himself a couple, and talent will give these guys a seat at the table, but it never promised them a championship. Nothing was given. Everything was earned. Zeta Division are your 2026 Midseason Champions!
Zeta Division!
Our MVP here at the STC Arena, our Sony MVP, guys. Do you have any guess? Because I heard his name, and you're here